How's it going there, everybody? This is Brendan with Foggy Fungi, and to kick off this little video series, I want to start off with just doing a farm tour and show you guys a quick tour of our little mushroom farm. So, hope you enjoy. To start things off, this is where we, prep our grain spawn. We'll put these Cadco burners and pressure cookers up on the table, and they basically just run off these PID controllers. When the spawn's done cooking, I can open this little sliding window and set them on the table there and slide them right in front of the flow hoods. So we'll take you into our lab. So upon entering, we have our plenum, which is basically an insulated box with an AC unit and an 8-inch fan that's blowing cool air into our fruiting room. Next to that, we have our 130-gallon Bubba's Barrels drum with the PID controller for sterilizing all of our sawdust blocks. So this is the other side of the window where I can zip this up and slide the pressure cookers in front of the flow hood. So here we have a 2x4 and a 2x2 flow hood. You can see it, all my grain spawn for the week, and obviously bags that I'm about to inoculate. So essentially for workflow purposes, everything kind of comes in here, gets spawned, gets sealed with the magnetic hold impulse sealer. I'll throw them into this dryer here, which I got for free on Craigslist, and just rewired it to bypass like the heating element, so it essentially just tumbles, so I can toss blocks in there and mix up the spawn. And back here we have all of our grain spawn, and that rack back there is specifically for our little small run of shiitake. Essentially we have a AC unit here with a fan that kind of circulates air back in this corner here, and this is our incubation. So we just have all these rolling racks filled with bags that are incubating. And I usually try to keep this at around 68, because what I found is when I stick a thermometer, a probe inside the middle of the block, the bags are around 70 to 72 degrees, which is pretty ideal for colonization. When I was keeping this thing up at like 74 degrees, some of these blocks would get up to around 80 degrees, which can be a little much. So making sure that none of the bags are touching, because the heat that the blocks produce from colonizing can cause hot spots on a block, and you can get contamination and all sorts of funky wonky. So making sure that you have like a hand space distance here, and that the bags aren't touching down through the rows is pretty crucial. So yeah, this is our lab incubation, and I'll take you to the fruiting room next. So once you come out of incubation, our fruiting room is right through here. So we have some masks in case there's lots of mushrooms fruiting and you got a lot of spores floating around. Definitely important to wear a mask in there. Here's just my basic kind of farm log with dates and times and temperatures and humidity, just so I can kind of keep a running tally of what's going on in there. So here's inside our fruiting room. So you can see we got some nice clumps of pearls that I gotta harvest. Some lion's mane up top here starting to pop out. Just little second flush things here. Lots of shiitakes. Gotta space these guys out there, just going nutsos, pinning like crazy. Some kings and some black pearl kings and stuff here. And doing some fun stuff with some reishi. You can see them starting to kind of make some conchs and stuff in here. So yep, essentially this is our humidification system. So there's a pond fogger in here, and that intake fan on the plenum is just coming in through this ducting, blowing into here, and it comes out here and up here. And when it's off right now, but when it kicks on, you get this nice kind of spirally vortex. You got the hurricane fan here, and another little fan here just kind of helps keep the turbidity up and swirl things around. We got the exhaust fan down there that's basically just hooked up to a repeat cycle timer What's nice about that is I can adjust it as needed depending on kind of the stage of things in here fruiting, whether I need more air exchanges or less. So that's kind of nice, and it's real easy to just pop this thing right out, take it outside, hose out all the spores and give it a good clean, and just toss it back in, hook it back up. So pretty simple in here. I mean, we got some lights and some sticky traps just for a little bit of IPM, making sure that we can, you know, see if there's any bugs or critters floating around in here. And what's nice about these racks that my buddy Cody helped me make is that they got these little casters on the bottom, and it makes it real simple to pull the racks out from the walls. So once a week I come in here and I deep clean everything. So I'll wipe down all the shelves, I'll wipe the ceilings, I'll wipe down all the walls. And yeah, one thing though that we have in here that, you know, helps us in the summer, but it's not ideal, is this AC unit. It does help keep the temperatures down. That plenum with the AC unit in the lab has been working a lot more, but we don't want to remove this thing just yet. But what happens is with these AC units, especially during the summer, is it sucks in all the humid air and then blows it out dry and cold. So sometimes it can be hard to keep the humidity up when that's kind of going on. So just had a big harvest over here for the market. Normally, you know, we got a lot more stuff fruiting in here, but these bags are all getting ready to pin. They're all cut open, and, you know, should start pinning here in the next few days. And yeah, so that's our fruiting room. So as you come out here, I'll set up these tables, and before I started using the Masters mix, I would take our sawdust that I have normally in this big tote here, and I'd mix it with beet pulp shreds and wheat bran and water, dump it into a tote, and then bag it on the tables here. And then I would load it in. This is our old 55-gallon steam sterilizer. It's kind of our backup now, but we'll just load the bags into that Bubba's barrels in there. Here we have a bunch of shiitake blocks that, you know, are out here, and you can see you get some nice little, you know, third, fourth flushes out of them. They're great for just us to eat. Yeah, so essentially now I have my oak pellets and my soybean hull, and I basically just mix equal parts in a bag and hydrate with water. So we just kind of dry bag them now. So I need to bring this down to the shed so it doesn't get all rusted. It's kind of getting a little wet and rainy out here. But it's a beautiful day in Newcastle. That's pretty much it for the farm tour. I guess the last thing I could show you here, get up the stairs all right, is our fridge where we store all of our mushrooms that are harvested that are going to go out for delivery. Yeah, so having nice, you know, cold storage space to be able to store your mushrooms. That's pretty much it. So I know it's small, but it does the trick. This is the Goat's Knee where we have our business meetings. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of make a quick little farm tour video to show you guys our little farm. I plan on, you know, making some more videos about mushroom farming to upload here on YouTube, and just to kind of put some content out there, and hopefully it helps some people, because you know, small scale mushroom farms are starting to pop up all over the place, and it's cool to see, you know, how people are using their space and what kind of little strategies you can use for success, because there's a lot of information out there, but it doesn't always, you know, cater to you and, you know, your setup. So take everything with a grain of salt and see how you can kind of integrate some of these strategies into your own farm. And yeah, without any further ado, I'm gonna call it there. Live free, be happy, and I'll see you guys on the next one.